I'm crushing this kid. And so then I got up and I got made fun of the next day on the bus because I didn't finish the fight.
What, are you supposed to kill him?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know how all the cool kids back in the day sat in the back of the bus?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't go to the back of the bus because they were all like, even Omar. Omar was in the back of the bus acting like I didn't just smack this fool up hella hard. Girl, you looking good once you vax that thing up. You's a fine motherfucker once you vax that thing up. Call me Big Daddy once you vax that thing up. Did you see that shit, Hurley?
I did not.
Juvenile came out. I mean, when the episode drops, this might be old news, but Juvenile came out encouraging those of you who are not vaccinated to vax that thing up. Even got Manny Fresh on it. It was ill.
That's awesome.
It was ill. It was one of those things where you're just like, God bless the internet. It's a beautiful place to be. Okay, welcome to the doomed, the unluckiest of them all. Episode 13 of the It's Always Something podcast produced by Hurley and Big Night Media. I am your host, JD. I enjoy spicy, very spicy Bloody Marys.
Ugh.
And I will tell you, I had my first Bloody Mary last November.
Really?
That was the first time I had ever had a Bloody Mary because, okay, so Bloody Marys and seafood. I like, you know, before I had my first Bloody Mary, I don't do seafood and I don't do tomato juice.
Okay.
So I was immediately turned off, but here's why I bring in seafood. Because I get really, really jealous and an enormous amount of FOMO watching people eat and enjoy seafood. Like when people have the bibs and shit for lobster, and they're cracking legs, or they just seem like they're having such a good fucking time, and I want to be a part of it. And I never do because it just is always disgusting to me, and I'm upset that I don't enjoy a good lobster roll or anything good, especially living out here in Boston. And then also with Bloody Marys, people get them all the time, so I'm like, dude, I wish I liked Bloody Marys.
So you just forced drank yourself a Bloody Mary?
Semi, yeah. Because I had a friend of mine, shout out to the Ag News, and Cody made me a Bloody Mary, and it had like some pickle juice, I guess. I hear that all Bloody Marys are different. Mm-hmm. So she made me one that had a little bit more pickle juice or something, and it smacked.
Really?
And it was incredible. And I was like, oh shit, have I been missing out on this?
But you like them spicy?
Very spicy. I like all my food spicy.
So what's the spice? Maybe I don't know what
Tabasco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to get into the ingredients because I'm not so well versed in it, but I don't like olives. I don't want to get into it, but I like my Bloody Marys spicy.
Gotcha.
Episode 13. People don't like the number 13, which is so odd to me because I feel like the people that don't like the number 13 probably also don't believe that we landed on the moon. I put those kind of people in the same category. They probably think Tupac is alive somewhere. By the way, Tupac, if you're listening, come home.
Well, for them, it could be season 2, episode 3, just to make them feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Season 2, episode 3. That's right. We want to make sure we give them, the listeners, that option as well. But 13 is actually quite lucky in a lot of ways. I dug up some fun facts. There are 13 baked goods in a baker's dozen, one to test, right? In Italy, 13 is considered a very lucky number. The expression, watch this, fer chedicchi. Do you speak Italian?
I did take an elementary Italian class, yeah.
Chedicchi.
If there's 2 C's, it's a chi. It's like a...
There's
only 1?
2 C's, yeah. So that means you hit the jackpot. 13 is also a prime number. Do we all know what a prime number is? A prime number is a natural number greater than 1 that is not a product of 2 smaller natural numbers. That's why I got my teaching degree, because I didn't want to deal with math. So 13 is a prime number. To have a Friday the 13th occur, the month in which it occurs must begin on a Sunday. That's a fun fact. Yeah. So now you know that if the first of the month drops on a Sunday, that we're going to have a Friday the 13th. And finally, and this is the most important fact, according to BBC America, Taylor Swift considers 13 her lucky number and used to wear it or draw it on her hand before every live performance. Way back in the day, she told MTV that whenever 13 comes up in her life, it means a good thing because she was born on December 13th. She turned 13 on Friday the 13th. Her first album went gold in 13 weeks. Her first #1 song had a 13-second intro, and every time she's won an award, she's been seated in either the 13th seat, the 13th row, the 13th section, or row M, which is the 13th letter of the alphabet.
Wow.
Mind-boggling. So in some ways, a lot of people who like to skip the number 13, there's no reason to. You can rest assured that it should be treated and not discriminated against, the other numbers.
Well, what is it? What's it for, like phones or like all technology? They skip the number.
I know they do it for hotels.
10 or something.
What do you mean for phones?
Well, for I forget what number it is, but like the Samsung Galaxy, and I think even almost iPhone too. Although they're with all these weird numbers now, but I think they skipped the number 9. I want to say they go like Windows 8 and then Windows 10.
Oh, that's
like there is no Windows 9 because I guess it's some superstitious bad number as well.
I think you brought up a good point that anyone with a Samsung Galaxy or anything other than an iPhone, deserves to be treated the way they're treated in life. Speaking of lucky, I've been lucky enough to win, just kind of shifting here, I've been lucky to win all the street fights I've been a part of. And I know this kind of just veered left or right really quick, but I've won all the street fights I've been a part of. And when I mean all of the street fights, I mean one. And I was in 7th grade. It was against a kid named Omar. You want to know the story?
Yes,
because people actually told us, they tell this story to the children growing up where I'm from.
Wow.
When they're young. Because I'm from a town called Fremont, California. And it's where the Tesla factory is, believe it or not, Tesla headquarters. And it's actually known amongst everyone as the Fremont Fable. So in case you ever go to Fremont, just be like, hey, do you mind telling me the Fremont Fable? And it's a story about how I beat up this kid named Omar. Let me tell you the story briefly. We were playing football. I was in 7th grade. We were playing with a bunch of 8th graders, and they were talking shit to my boy, Nick. This guy, Omar, was talking mad smack, and it hurt my guy Nick's feelings. And Nick was like, I'm tired of playing. So he dipped out, and I was really sad because Nick was one of my best friends back in the day.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, Omar, if you got a fucking problem, that's me with a Boston, if you got a fucking problem, you could take it up with me, kid. So, I told him, I was like, listen, if you're going to give him that energy, why don't you give that same energy to me and we can squabble in English, fight. Mm-hmm. And so Omar obliged. He was about that life. So we were going back and forth like, do. And I'm pretty sure from what I remember, I was beating this kid with a cleat. We were playing football, and I was just giving it to him, bro. I was going hard in the paint.
Just a term of phrase. You were literally beating him with a shoe.
I think I took off my shoe or took off somebody's shoe. I just remember maybe I was kicking him. I don't know. I just remember cleating him in the face.
Wow.
And it wasn't as violent as I made it sound, but I ended up was like, dude, I'm crushing this kid. Mm-hmm. And so then I got up and I got made fun of the next day on the bus because I didn't finish the fight.
What, are you supposed to kill him?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how all the cool kids back in the day sat in the back of the bus?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't go to the back of the bus because they were all like, even Omar was in the back of the bus acting like I didn't just smack this fool up hella hard. So
Fremont is a whole new world.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was not a draw. So I smacked this kid up. And that was the only fight I've been in.
And then you're the one that got ridiculed for it.
Yeah, and then I got made fun of. I was like, well, I didn't finish the fight. I don't even know what finishing the fight
Apparently you would have been better off if you got beat up.
Probably. It would have been the same. It would have been the same outcome. And my second fight was going to be at the club last week when I was DJing. Because if you follow me on IG, you saw the IG stories that I brought my mom to the club with me. So Mom's came out to the club. She's only seen me DJ twice. And the first time I was DJing this really big bar for the radio station that I used to work for in Phoenix. Shout out to School of Rock. I don't believe that they're around anymore. And there was a big VIP booth in the back behind where I was DJing. And my mom had just never seen what I did, And so she was like, I'm going to come out, watch what you do, see you do your thing. And I remember there was this girl, she was just obliterated, dude. She was so wasted. And she was in a white dress, and in the VIP area, there was a couch, and they had like a cover over the couch, just people standing on it. It would be beat to shit if you didn't have this cover on it. Anyway, so this girl was so wasted. And remember, this is the first time my mom's ever come out to a club, and this girl's like showing her hoo-ha everywhere, like her dress is all the way up. None of her peoples are like pointing it out. And I happened to just turn around at the same time where that girl puked all over the place, all over this couch. And she was just a wreck. And my mom saw it, and I just happened to have turned around to see it as well. And the club folded up the cover that they put out on the couch, and then I think they just stuck it in the back. Ew. And so it was like a puke and rally, and then obviously they needed to get this girl out of the club.
Yeah.
And so they took her out, and my mom, like, I just know, I remember her looking at me like, what the fuck do you do for a living?
Yep, this is every week. Yep.
This is what I'm like.
Just a regular Tuesday.
Yeah. This is the money I'm giving you to pursue your passion, And so that was the first time she seen me DJ, but she really wanted to come out again to see me DJ, just because, I hadn't seen her in over a year, and, she would just be chilling, so she was like, listen, I like to think that I'm better than what I was back in the day.
Yeah.
So, it's like, come out, and, the spots that I'm doing here for Big Night are really respectable spots, and clientele is different, and the vibes are different. So I was like, pull up, let's go. And so we did shots for the first time. We did green tea shots.
Oh, cool.
Simple, easy. And she thought I was going to make us do tequila. I'm like, Mom, like, what shot would you give your mom if she came out to the club?
Oh, man. I mean, my mom doesn't really drink, so that's a hard question.
Well, my mom drinks wine. It's not like she just goes hard in the paint. So
Yeah.
What shot would you get her if you were DJing?
I don't know.
Pick a fucking
Vodka?
shot, Hurley. What's taking you so long? I'm not asking you to come up with a cocktail and name it.
I don't know. Like,
Would you do a fireball?
no.
Okay. So would you do a green tea like I did?
Sure. Yeah,
All right.
I would do that.
My mom thought I was going to give her a tequila, and I was like, why would I do that? And, listen, I'll tell you right now, my mom scares the shit out of me because she's on this super ill wave. I mean, she scares the shit out of me in a good way because she's on this, like, get after it, experience it type vibe. And, we went to Portugal a few years ago, and it takes a lot of guts and money, but a lot of guts to travel, especially internationally, because you have to be open to trying new things. You have to be open to change. You have to be open to meeting new people, adjusting to the environment. If something doesn't work out, language barriers, all these different things. And, that's a lot to someone who may be anxious or scared to travel. That's a lot, especially like planning the trip. So we had someone plan the trip, but it all ended up working out so great. We got so many great experiences out of it. And so I think after Portugal, it was like a life-changing experience for my mom.
Cool.
And she was like, I'm experiencing everything. Like I'm about it.
That's awesome.
So I think that's why she came out to the club. And so I'm DJing, and all of a sudden I look over, and my mom is doing the Beyonce ring finger to
Were you
some.
even playing that song?
Yeah, she was like, no, I wasn't even playing the song at the time. So she I just happened to look over, and she was giving the Beyonce hand signal, and I was like, who the fuck is asking? I was like, who the fuck is asking? I'll cut the music off right now. Astronaut in the ocean. We're turning this shit up. Like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm like, the hairs on the back of my neck are perking up. Like I'm about to wild out on someone.
It's Omar again.
Yes. Where the fuck you at, Omar? Like, is this? It's Omar again. You're stupid. And so I was like, who's asking? Who's inquiring?
Yeah.
And so I look out in the audience. Listen, it's just hella weird to have parents in the club anyway, because something is always gonna get filmed, right? It's like someone's parents are gonna get a lap dance. Just pretend like you're in the club with one of your parents, and the chaos that goes on. Someone is gonna maybe do a keg stand depending where you're at. Maybe not in the club, but if you're outside with younger people, someone might slip. someone's parent makes out with someone and you don't see it, and then it ends up on Barstool the next day.
I was gonna say, people love that. People love just like old people
love
just
that
going
shit.
hard. Yeah.
Going hard in the dance circle. Yeah. I don't know. Something about it makes me uncomfortable. Like, and how much can you really rage when your parents come out? Honestly, like, how much can you really rage? Because other than the green tea shot, I think I was on my second drink.
Okay.
And my mom looked over at me and was like, "I'm driving home." you know, and I told her, I was like, "Mama, I drive to make sure that I don't get wasted because that's my ticket out."
Yeah.
But yeah, after the second drink, she was like, You're not driving." I was like, "Oh man. Well, if you think this was bad, and of course I don't condone."
Well, even if you were driving, it's like moms in the passenger seat aren't the best either.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Like, whoa, stop, slow down.
Right. You feel like you're on shrooms when you're driving with your parents. They see a Final Destination thing happening right in front of you. You're like, "Dude, no. The logs aren't going to come off the
lights red. So it's like, I know, I'm slowing down.
We're both getting these wild anxiety attacks. We've all been there. Yeah. Everyone's feeling super seen right now. But yeah, and getting drunk with your parents it's a dead end. Like I said, how much can you really turn up? So throughout the night, I'm paying attention to who's talking to my mom, she's having a good time or whatever, because, I got tunnel vision. I'm the hashtag son security or hashtag baby boy bouncer.
Okay.
I'm just trying to pay attention. I got, got my laser focus goggles on.
Yeah.
And so I see the dude talking with my mom in the booth next to me, and it's a problem. Ooh. Was it really a problem? No, I'm just kidding. I was just making it up. I'm making it a problem. And so, my mom told me afterwards that whenever she was talking to someone in the club, she felt like she was screaming as loud as she possibly could into their ears. Like, they would say something and she's like, "I'm from California." She's like scream. And, I love it loud in the booth.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, she just was telling me that, she's screaming her brains out every time she's talking to somebody. And so I think this dude is really trying to holler at my mom. And I was like, "Bruh,
how old is he?"
I don't know, but it was a situation where, he wasn't a first time offender. You know what I mean? Like this was the second or third time like he came up to the booth.
Yeah.
And I understand it's not a joke, to have my mom in the booth, but say what's up one time and keep it pushing. Kick rocks, idiots.
Yeah.
And he was with other people too. So of course, am I making something out of nothing right now? Yeah. Am I creating a semi-make-believe situation? Yeah. I was just kind of reading the future. I was like, what the fuck do you need to discuss with my mom about? What possibly could there be to talk about?
Yeah.
You don't need to get to know anything.
Mm-hmm. It gets to like move. Yeah, exactly. Move on.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So,
the joke's over.
The joke never started. No one even got on stage. Okay. Right. There's no show happening, because, I have two questions to this man, who was trying to holler at my mom. One, why? Two, thanks for stopping by. We're closed. It's not a question. I'm very aware of that.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, sir. We are closed. I didn't know I had it in me to be a murderer, man. I didn't know I had it in me like I could, be a criminal.
Well, now you have to go all the way as well, or else you're not going to be able to. You're going to have to sit in the front of the bus.
Right. I can't be ridiculed again, man. I got to, someone's going to have to see these hands on site.
Yep.
If I'm going to bring my mom out to these gigs. Anyway, she shushed this dude or these people around, throughout the night and partied and enjoyed the shit out of herself, and no one puked. Life is glorious.
That's good.
One was, wilding out. It was a great night.
Cool.
Good crowd and stuff. And she was also really intrigued, and you're a DJ, so you understand it. Mm-hmm. So she was really intrigued by the request process. Okay. When you go up to a DJ and request the song, because, obviously that's happening throughout the night. And, there was this one girl who just kept asking, she's like, "Can you play Brazilian songs?" Which I don't know what Brazilian songs are. I mean, I understand. I do now because I went to Spotify and just put in Brazilian playlist and, got all the hot fuego. Mm-hmm. But, I didn't know what she was asking for at the time. And then I had like another dude who was coming up and, okay, listen, I'll break down. These are the rules that I have when it comes to requests. So these are the rules I have. you're coming up to me in the club while I'm DJing. Number one, don't come up and ask for a song if you plan on leaving within the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes.
There are people that will walk up to me, and every DJ ever, and they'll be like, hey, can you play Flow Rida Low before I go? We're like, all of my friends were about to leave.
Yeah.
Can you play it? Like, what shot clock do you think I'm on?
Yeah.
To like be like, oh shit,
wait,
that's
no,
right. That's right. I forgot to play. Wait, don't leave. Like, you think like DJs are reacting like that to you.
I once had someone request Gold Digger, like probably like 3 or 4 times. This was like, I just started. They're like, oh dude, like play Gold Digger. So I was like, all right, get off my back, I'll play it. Comes back maybe 5 minutes later. He's like, dude, play Gold Digger. I was like,
oh, and he missed it.
What?
And he missed it. So okay, so I mean, I have like I have a general idea of rules that I have, but that's also a good one. If I play your song and you missed it because you went to the bathroom, that's not on me, G.
Yeah.
Or you like, you went downstairs or, to a different part of the club or you were talking to somebody. That's not on me.
It's not even like he missed it too. I saw him on the dance floor because I was like, I'm going to make sure this kid knows I'm playing this song. He was just like so just out of it, I guess. He had no idea what was going on. But he apparently was smart enough to be able to keep coming back to me and being like, oh, Gold Digger, come on, it's gonna get the people going. I was like, yeah, it did 5 minutes ago.
right. And if you can, that guy seems like he was on some pretty cool fucking drugs. You better. I'm trying to see what he's.
I was not
he's
having
on.
it. He was pissing me off.
So right, and so that's my first rule. And number 2, don't request the song that 95% of the bar won't know. An album cut, a random artist.
Yeah.
So many people that will come up to the booth and it gives me a fucking headache. And they're like, can you play this song? And if I don't, listen, like to feel like I know a lot of music.
Yeah.
I'm going to trust my gut here. If I look at your phone and I don't know what it is, chances are, like, you're not going to a bar to experience music. You're not you're semi at a concert, but
yeah.
You're not going up and requesting something random. I'm like, dude, people want to come out here, hear the songs they want, like, play the hits, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and they always get so upset when you don't have it too. Like,
so
PSA
upset.
To people like that go out to clubs, we have to download all of our music beforehand. We can't just like pull up Spotify and just like play whatever, or YouTube or
Can you just play it on
SoundCloud.
YouTube? I'm
yeah,
like,
it's like, no, that's not how it works. Like,
like. What?
Yeah, can we sit through a 30-second ad? I can skip in 5 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Hold on. Stay right there. Like the chaos that's going on in a night, and you want us to play some random ass, and everyone will love it. Everyone is gonna go. That's my favorite. Everyone's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, is everyone gonna go crazy? Yeah. Is that what's gonna happen?
It's like, I do this for a living. Like, I think I know how to get the crowd going.
You fuck. Number 3, I don't accept any money unless you throw it at me. Now, if it's like a 20, I'm taking the 20, depending on what song it is.
Okay.
But I've had a rule. If you throw the money at me, it's mine. So, if you offer, it's usually only $1, like a $5 bill or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you throw it at me or you crumble it and like, and I accept, like when you put it on the laptop, like on the laptop stand or whatever, if you put it down and leave it, I'll take it. Mm-hmm. Other than that, if it's in your hand, I don't want it. It's a pretty good rule, right? I feel like that's pretty fair.
Whatever I can get.
I'm very honest because I'm also very understanding. Here's my final rule here.
Okay.
Don't get mad if I don't play it because it's called a request. It's not like, can I demand a song?
True.
You're requesting the song. Mm-hmm. So my mom, all of these things, like my mom is just, she's like, hey, they've been asking for this song, JD. Are you not going to do it? Like, as if I'm a bad person, like, and where was I going to go with this? I was just like, it was so interesting to see my mom not really understand the thought process behind it. And here's the point I was going to make. A lot of DJs, they want to play your requests because if you're coming to have a good time with your friends and you're turning up, you're having a great time, maybe someone's celebrating a birthday, you guys have an inside joke song if it's popular. We all find joy in making sure you have a good time. It's not like we're on our own shit.
For sure.
So, we're there to make sure you have a great time. And so, all the songs that, people were coming up requesting in front of my mom, I was just like,
Yeah.
They're not good.
Yeah.
They weren't good songs, and you don't have the aux. Just go and have fun with your fucking friends.
Yeah.
Like, just leave the DJ alone and go hang out with your peoples. And so my mom, she got a real kick out of that, of like, why didn't you play that guy's song? And I just said, because it was trash.
Yeah,
It was
or
shitty.
it's the old, like, you literally can't hear him at all, so you just gotta, like...
Yeah. The DJ.
It's like, I literally haven't taken my headphones off. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
The DJ nod. So, it was super dope to have my mom out there. It was, enjoy your parents, enjoy your, I feel like at the end of every episode, it's like, in Full House when the piano starts playing and shit like that, and then they talk about something real. I'm not doing that here, man. Just enjoy your parents, because, I'm thankful for, the moment that I was able to share what I'm passionate about and what I do with, like, my family.
Yeah.
Like, that's super dope. And a profession, that I've worked super hard in and had the support in pursuing any of the successes that came along the way, because it's an industry that a lot of people really don't understand, it's an escape for everyone else. Like, when you go out, it's an escape for you.
Yeah.
So to work in your escape, it's a very unique field and shit like that. So it was I was just in it. I'm fortunate to have a super dope relationship with my mom, that she can still support me even when I play Erica Banks' Bust It.
Yeah.
Bust It. Is you? Side note, we were in the car listening to Kid Laroi, Without You.
Okay.
Remember, that song?
Yep.
And the part where he says you can't turn a
wife into
a hoe, or can't make a wife out of a hoe.
Yeah.
And my mom, I think we were like on our way to get donuts or something like that. She was like, "Can't turn a wife into or you can't make a wife out of a hoe, huh?" And sometimes we don't even know what we're singing when these songs come out. Cause there was a moment in time where I was like, that is a pretty fucking aggressive lyric.
Yeah.
And it was weird to share that moment with my mom, but it was super dope. It was ill. And I wanted to just share that with you. So, if you're going to bring your mom or dad to the club, I would suggest not doing it unless you work in the industry. I mean, do whatever the fuck you want. Everyone has their own unique relationships with people. And before we get out of here, I didn't even address the elephant in the room on the charcuterie board.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, I have my infamous grilled cheese please book. Shout out to my girl Mary who bought it for me. And it basically has all of these gourmet grilled cheese recipes, because I'm just such a grilled cheese fiend, because I am known in the streets for making the illest grilled cheese on the planet. Ask anybody. I mean, It's just, I'm majestic at it. I don't know what it is with these hands, with these spirit fingers, but I just know what I'm doing. And I'm a huge fan of not fucking up the OG grilled cheese.
Okay.
Don't mess it up. I understand there's some different elements you can add or whatever. I'm talking easy peasy grilled cheese, because if you've ever had a smacking grilled cheese, it's the most delicious thing ever. So if Hurley, like, if you came over to the crib, right? Because this is what I do with all my peoples.
Okay.
If you came over and you were like, "Hey, I had a great time. You have a great place."
Yeah.
Like, you can't come back here unless we flip through the pages. You tell me when to stop, and then that's the grilled cheese you have to make before you can come back.
What's the best grilled cheese that you've had that someone's made for you in that book so far?
I don't remember. Usually I'm so blasted when we do it. I'm so wasted every time we do it.
I feel like adding bacon to grilled cheese is always a good idea, right?
I just don't like fucking up a good thing.
Okay,
it's just like, how do we ruin a good thing? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's ruin a good thing. All right, so stop. Tell me when to stop.
I stop.
So we can't really. So I'm gonna expose myself. So you and Bree get the Monterey Jack plantains and black beans grilled cheese. This sounds fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like you're fucking up a good thing.
Yeah, do you see what I mean? Like, this book is literally just 50 recipes of how to fuck up a good thing.
If you wrote that book, it would just be a plain grilled cheese on every single page.
Exactly.
That's the gourmet version.
I mean, you can.
Oh, what do you got this week? Oh, it's white bread and American cheese. Look at that.
Oh, didn't fancy seeing you there. Original grilled cheese. Yeah, so it's by Laura Werlin.
Okay.
And she's an award-winning author, but I don't know, man. It's a pretty controversial book. You know, keep it OG with the grilled cheeses. All right, episode 13 in the books of the It's Always Something podcast. Please like, rate, review, subscribe on whatever platform you rock with me on. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can actually buy some merch. That'd be even better. BigNightShop.com, and then you'll see the show under Big Night Media. It's Always Something. The flake merch is up.
Yes.
So if you got some friends that are flakes, being flaky as fuck, you know, you can go ahead and buy them stickers. You can buy them crop tops, organic crop tops, whatever that means. I felt like it was good for the environment. T-shirts, dad hats, all that stuff. Link is in my bio at the actual JD. Keep it true. It's Always Something podcast, episode 13. You know what it is, man.